Nudist beach?
At its core, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is a game about Majima Goro, a small child and a tiger, fighting pirates for pheasant meat. With that meat, along with other ingredients such as eggs, vegetables, and bugs, you can cook up a meal and serve it to your loyal pirate crew. But when you're not skimming the scum, you're participating in many of the other activities this game has to offer. Just like its predecessors, this game is an all-you-can-eat buffet of content. It has all the mini games you've come to expect, with the return of Dragon Kart, which is a nice touch, side quests, bounties, Aloha links, the photo rally, and that's before even getting into all the pirate stuff in this game. You sail the seven seas, amass a ragtag pirate crew, give them gifts like makeup and chocolate, customize and level up the Goromaru, and engage in deadly sea warfare with other ships. This game had me feeling like Tom Hanks in the Apple original movie Greyhound. There's even this whole side arc that goes down where you take out these other pirates called the Devil Flags because they killed this girl's father and stole this gem, but it was a good time. It was fun. The story of Pirate Yakuza is probably one of Ryuga Gotoku's goofiest stories so far, which is definitely saying something given how wild these other games have gotten. So if you're in the market for a more grounded Yakuza crime story, you may be a little turned off by this. Personally, I enjoyed the story of Pirate Yakuza. Though it wasn't my favorite story in the series, I still had a fun time playing through it. Though there were a few moments where I detected a few plot holes. For instance, take a look at this moment where Goro is in a cave and he miraculously has a Wi-Fi connection on his phone. I could hardly get a Wi-Fi connection in my basement apartment when I'm streaming World of Tanks. Are we to believe that some pirate from yesteryear has set up a Bell 5 connection? But there are great moments where Majima does get to shine like the star he is. For instance, there's a moment where he's talking to some people, threatening them to cut off their fingers, which was pretty badass. The only thing I really didn't vibe with was the character Noah. He's not horrible by any means, but just a little boring. And also having this kid around all the time was definitely a bit of a buzzkill. But with that said, this game definitely comes out with one of its best villains they have ever crafted in the series so far. And I'm talking about Mortimer. Wait a second. I've seen this man before. The beauty of Yakuza games for me is when all these offerings start to work in tandem with one another. One second you're doing some crazy delivery, the next you're fighting an endangered species for some side quests. And I'm happy to say that that formula hasn't changed here. Another thing that's nice, like Infinite Wealth, was the amount of fan service in the game. And no, I'm not talking about all of Majima's provocative outfits. The amount of references and Easter eggs they have for the previous games. It was also nice seeing Saejima get a bigger part in this game because that guy is one of my favorite characters from the previous Yakuza games. But in short, Pirate Yakuza made me feel young again, made me feel beautiful again, and reminded me why it's never too late to give up on my dreams.